Cheers. Alright, so I was complaining the other day. Yesterday? It might have been today. I don't really know. I don't remember. About writing the first line of lyrics. And I've been working on it today for a new Carter Shepherd song. That's cool. And this is what I came up with. And everybody was offering me advice, and I used it. And so I wanted to show what happened, and I am thankful for all the advice I got. So this is what I came up with. Here we go. Shadow the bars of my teeth, come alive in design perception. Crawl out from me, never dead, all the words I've spoken. My ancient tongue cutting breath in a line unbroken. Now carry me as I run down into the north. What the fuck is that about? I'll tell you. So, all of this is just about language, just about talking. Shadow the bars of my teeth. It's just talking about words coming out of your mouth, and you know it's metal, so it has to sound kind of aggressive. Shadow the bars of my teeth. Come alive in design perception. You know, the words that we use and the way that we speak often shapes the way we view the world. And if you've never seen the movie Arrival, you should. Crawl out from me. Again, just kind of a metal. Just kind of a metal-y image. Never dead, all the words I've spoken. So never dead is kind of an example of how, like, there are a lot of words that we use that are really old. For example, brother. The word brother comes from brother, which is like Old Norse, I think. It's really old, and it means the same thing, brother. Land is the same, sister is the same, hand is the same, mother, I think, is the same, but don't quote me on that. And then in a lot of Viking mythology, they wrote in like kennings, which is basically taking two words and hyphenating them to mean something else. For example, like whale road might mean like the ocean, whale road. Or like if you wanted to put it into modern terms, this might be from Viking mythology as well, I don't remember, but like you could say sky candle for sun. So never dead, just meaning like never dead being a kenning for language, like language is around as long as we are. All the words I've spoken. My ancient tongue cutting breath in a line unbroken. That's literally just about talking. Ancient tongue because like that's just kind of building into the idea that language is really old. Obviously, my tongue's only 30 years old, but cutting breath in a line unbroken, that's a little bit of poetic license there, because we do stop and start our breath when we talk, but a line unbroken also referencing to the fact that, like, you know, all my moms and dads and grandpas and great-grandpas and great-grandmas, you know, had children, and now I'm sitting here. Now carry me as I run down into the north. So I've been doing a lot of introspection lately, like really digging into my own head, like a lot of like really deep and intentional meditation, like deconstructing my beliefs and my values and trying to like understand like what my morality is and why my morality is the way it is, like what my beliefs are, what my political views are, which I'm not going to talk about any of that, but in mythology, not just mythology, modern stories too, a lot of times you have to like the hero has to like delve into like the depths to gain some sort of enlightenment. That's a symbol, of course, you know, it's an allegory, but like I'm not too familiar with Greek mythology, so forgive me if I get something wrong, but one of the main characters has to like go to Hades to save their love, or in Viking mythology, Hermod goes, you know, to hell, Hel. The god Odin, the figure Odin, he hangs himself and then dies and goes to hell and then comes back, and when he comes back he has like all this knowledge of runes and stuff, and so like there's this symbol in stories. Star Wars, okay, let's bring it into the modern era. Star Wars, Luke Skywalker, and I guess if you live under a rock, potential spoiler alert, but Luke Skywalker, he has to go to no, I'm gonna moment of truth, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, so if I get the planet wrong, I apologize. Dagobah? Where Iota chills. chill. He's got to go chill with Yoda in this like mucky, nasty swamp to like really understand himself and to learn discipline. And at one point, he has to go into a cave. Ah, there's our hero story. And he has to face the truth. Like, he has to face the truth. And so he sees Darth Vader, cuts off Darth Vader's head. The helmet falls down, and you have his own head. He sees his own head inside Darth Vader's helmet, and then he's like, "Oh shit, my dad's Darth Vader." So, or for even in the Bible, right? Jesus has to go out into the desert, and he gets tempted by the devil multiple times, and he has to like go through that hardship to like gain knowledge and self-actualization or anything. Now, I'm not saying like, not comparing myself to like the next Jesus or Odin, or for fear of blasphemy, I'm not saying I'm Luke Skywalker here, because that would be the real blasphemy, saying I'm the same as Luke Skywalker. But it's an interesting image. It's an interesting image. Just the idea of diving down, getting into a cave to learn more about ourselves. And then the last line, as I run down into the north, basically, now carry me as I run down into the north, is saying like, okay, like language and the way that it shapes my perception hopefully will help me out as I dig into my own psyche to understand things and learn about who I am and my view of the world around me. And in Viking mythology, just because that's what I know the most, I know Norse mythology better than others. Again, in the story of Hermod's Ride to Hell, he's riding to hell, and he like basically stops to ask directions, and she says, "Oh, it's down into the north." Interestingly enough, in Viking mythology, hell is like a place where the dead go, but also like you could physically go there if you wanted to. You could go check it out. Anyway, I just wrote all that, and I thought it was pretty okay. And since a lot of you helped me out by giving me advice on where to start, I thought I'd show you what paid off. That's all I got.